Josh Schreiber here alongside Jacob Irons. Tough loss. Hyannis Harbor Hawks lose in the final inning, 3-2. They made a fight, Jacob, scoring 2 in the 8th inning, but ultimately not able to get the job done. What happened and what went wrong for the Harbor Hawks tonight?
I think just wasn't hitting. They only had 4 hits on the night, and for Hyannis, they're not a one-swing away team for a majority of the season so far. They need a couple hits strung together, and they just couldn't find those hits paired together and coming in those big moments. But got to applaud the pitching staff, really. It was a 3-2 shootout down the line, so give credit to the pitching staff, but it was just missing a couple of those hits in big moments for Hyannis to really take that next step.
And, it feels like when a lot of runs are scored, the Hyannis Harbor Hawks come out on top. When not a lot of runs score, whether it's a coincidence or not, the Hyannis Harbor Hawks have lost a lot of these low-scoring games. Why do you think that is? What has happened so far this season where, don't get me wrong, the Hyannis Harbor Hawks have had a fantastic season. Their offense has been absolutely outstanding, but in these games, what do you think has happened?
I think it's just honestly that lack of that one hit. It's really just couldn't find it. It was Falmouth had their number tonight, and I think that's when you look at those losses, that's what it comes down to, just having a number and not being able to put bat on ball and getting solid contact to find gaps. I think when the hitting goes quiet, Hyannis somewhat struggles to find those runs in big moments. So for them, they just got to focus on they got Orleans tomorrow.
Absolutely, they do. Now, real quick, Nick Groves played his final game for Hyannis, at least for now. Going back to school, got to figure out some of his transfer stuff, but he had an outstanding season. If this is the end for him, he had an outstanding season for the Harbor Hawks.
Yeah, he had a great season over the last 5 games. Came into tonight batting .500. He produced when they needed him the most, and he really came up clutch. A great player, both on the field and off. Really put together a solid summer and really shot his name up the draft boards as well for what he was able to do on the fields across Cape Cod.
Absolutely. We are going to send it to Josie Broyles, who has manager Mitch Carricker for more.
Sideline reporter Josie Broyles here with head manager and skipper Mitch Carricker after a tough battle for the Hawks against the Falmouth Commodores. Coach, what was something you noticed on the mound for the Commodores that really kind of put up the challenge for the Hawks tonight on the plate?
Yeah, they executed pitches really well, and we didn't make some adjustments that I thought we would have. Unfortunately, we did it a little too late, and so we talked about it at the end of the game. Hey, we need to do a better job of making those adjustments a little bit sooner, and hopefully we can get some results out of that.
2 new guys on the mound tonight, Grant Stevens and Chandler Dorsey. What did you think of their performance, both some positive aspects and some things that you think they need to improve on in the future?
I thought they both did really good. Grant really knows how to pitch. He doesn't have overpowering stuff, but he knows how to execute with 3 or 4 pitches. So it was really good to see him out there. And then Chandler's got the opposite. He's got really good stuff, and I thought he executed really well. Overall, I thought our pitching staff did a really good job. It was our offense that kind of was a little short tonight.
And third game really in the past couple of days where points on the board have been a little bit funky, a little bit weird, and the playoffs are coming up. What do you think they really need to improve on? Just a couple, how can they get out of these habits, and what's the main thing that they really need to focus on during BP in the bullpen?
Yeah, I think, just sticking to a plan. I think for our hitters specifically, today we got away from an approach and a plan and kind of out of character for us in some at-bats. And so we need to get back to that. And, hitting comes and goes. We understand that. And hopefully this is just a little speed bump and we can get it going tomorrow.
Awesome. Thank you so much. Thank you.